No, that's on my end.
Jesus. Yeah, you stop recording on this end. It's recorded 2 other places.
It's recorded everywhere.
That's
it's
wild.
The NSA, the CIA.
It's going live right now.
Wait, can you turn up Tommy for me?
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram Live. Are you guys having beers?
Yeah, dude. I'm drunk.
That's fucking wild.
Fuck.
I was.
Ryan and I did mystery shots at the bar in Hopkins.
3 of them, baby. I had 3 Miller Lights, 3 mystery shots.
Oh wow.
Today?
Yeah, brother. I just did
You
a
had
show.
3 Miller Lights, 3 shots before 2:30.
Yeah, I
6
closed out a brunch show and I was drunk for my set.
Dude, Clay Ryan's drunk right now.
Dude, I think I gotta get a beer.
Yo, shout out Clay, dude. It was good seeing Clay. Tell him it was good seeing him.
Good to see you, Clay.
They said it was great seeing you, dude.
Are you doing a happy
beer?
birthday?
All right, everyone's doing a beer.
I'm doing a seltzer.
Get a beer.
What is it?
Get a beer.
What is it?
Ryan-
Fucking beer.
Ryan did for me.
I'm sorry. Is it beer o'clock?
I did.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't.
I
didn't do it.
I didn't get the government
It tastes a
warning that it
little
was
off.
beer o'clock.
Could you pour me like a third?
There's bacteria in that.
Can you believe this, Tommy?
I mean, why did they give you a shot of seltzer?
Because I didn't want.
Hey, what about an unsolved mystery shot? Oh, this one tastes like John Benet Ramsey.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Are you recording? You better be recording
Yeah, I've said
that.
it 3 times, dude.
Oh, Tommy, do you want to hear the joke I was doing?
For the love of God and all that is holy. Yes, I do.
There's this comic who I don't know how long he's been doing it, but called Sam Almond, and I met him this weekend, right? You know Sam Almond? Like the Sam
know.
Almond guy, I can't get a read on him. He's kind of a tough nut to crack.
Grant's smiling back
Shout out
there.
Sam, dude. Turns out he has
That's
autism.
great. Let me get my applause break going on for that. Oh,
Wait,
man.
I'll try to do our yeah, I got the applause. I almost said autism. I'll try to get our autism.
Yeah, where's
going.
the autism button on this thing?
It's right here. Hello, my name is Ryan Call, and welcome to the We Cool podcast.
Yes.
God, dude.
Podcast. Well, now it's just you and me here.
What are we even going to talk about, Tommy?
A podcast where we apologize for things, demand apologies, read listener apologies. I guess we're having beers.
We're having beers, dude. Are you having one, Tommy?
Yeah, I got one. I just
I don't
cracked
really
one.
like the seltzer that much, but
What the fuck did you brew it?
yeah. Well, so we're gonna start filtering it though, so it won't have. It'll basically have like none of that like yeasty taste to it.
Dude, you gotta have the yeasty taste.
You like the yeast?
It's a nice
I like
shirt,
the,
man.
Thanks.
I like that shirt.
Yeah, nice shirt.
Thanks, guys.
Dude,
All right.
I'm going to be a problem.
Are we
this
doing the
episode.
podcast?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Okay.
We've already
I'm
been
gonna be
doing
a
the
problem.
podcast.
Okay, let's start with a bang here then, because we just got a submission and it's against Ryan.
What?
Yeah.
Probably.
Don't put him in a bad mood, Grant.
No, this
No,
is.
I say bad.
He's hammered.
I
He
need to
can't
stop.
be pushed over the edge.
I need to shut the fuck up
I
and just
need to
listen.
be stopped.
I'm bad, dude. You're right.
Dude,
okay.
see what you're doing to see what you're doing to this man, Grant? You got him in his head.
Before I've even heard
he had
the
3
apology,
great jokes.
Before I've even heard the apology, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm stupid and I'm a piece of fucking ass.
Don't say that, man. You're a great guy, dude.
Okay. Well, you guys
All
are.
right.
We're gonna. This will be a fun one. All right. I'm demanding an apology from Ryan. Many episodes ago, at the beginning of the NBA season, Grant expressed his excitement for this year's Timberwolves team.
I was wrong, by the way.
Yes.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I will
Thank you.
admit
And
I was
Grant,
wrong.
How? Oh my God! I was watching the game at a bar last night, and I
Dude.
was getting emotional. I almost cried.
I got the Nas Reed towel out. So I posted it on my Instagram. Somebody's like,
Yeah.
I've been tracking these on eBay for the past week. They're going for $200, and
Sell that.
No,
Put it
I
towards
could
your
have, dude. I
principal.
could have literally had like 20 of them. They were just flooding the stadium.
Grant,
that
you
night.
just can't help making money, can you? You just can't help making
Oh,
falling
I got
into
hit by a
financial
car.
decisions.
I got a bunch of Nas Reed blankets.
Oh, I have a house. Oh, I sell stickers on the road. You fucking piece, dude. Some people just have the gift.
You're racist.
You have the green. You got
You're
the green
so
finger.
wealthy, you're racist now.
You got the green finger for investing in good stock.
Yeah, meanwhile, I got a brown finger because I keep sticking it up my ass and smelling it.
Okay, here we go.
And he's losing money doing that.
I'm losing money hand over
They're not
hand
even
over
paying
finger.
me for that.
Ryan shot him down and said that they would fizzle out and either not make the playoffs
I was
or
wrong.
go out in the first round. The Timberwolves not only swept the Suns in the first round, but just won Game 1 against the defending champion Denver Nuggets.
Let's go, puppies.
Apologize to Anthony Edwards and your co-hosts and tell them you don't know ball.
I don't know shit about basketball. I will, without a doubt. I don't know shit about basketball, and I'll even take it a step further. The Minnesota Vikings drafting J.J. McCarthy, I think, good move. I think.
Wow.
I will say this. I think Darnold starts this year, and I think that he
might be a tough year.
No, I think he's going to turn some heads, actually.
Hell yeah.
I think him being with the 49ers in that offense for a year, I think is going to be good. And he has a lot of weapons at his disposal. I think that he has, and I may be wrong on this, but I think he has a Baker Mayfield-esque year this year as what Baker had last
year. Love that.
Now, I will say this. Timberwolves do not win a championship this year. I will stand by that. I think they're great, and I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's great.
I don't know who's going to stop them. I mean, their energy is so powerful. No one can guard Anthony. The team, they're feeling good. They're stoked on each other.
I think the Celtics get one this year. I think finally.
We'll see.
I think they break the streak and get one.
I think they can. Good. I mean, it looks like the Wolves are making a run at it.
I will say this though: Wolves remind me of Packers last year in the playoffs. Young team, really talented. I think they just need a little bit more time to cook. Although Anthony Edwards, I really hope he stays with the Timberwolves for his entire career. He's great.
Yeah,
and they're kind of my. Here's what's nice. Okay. Timberwolves and Vikings. First of all, Timberwolves is nice because they're not in the same division.
Conference.
Yeah, conference is I think they're in the same conference as the Bucks, aren't they?
Nope.
It's completely different conference.
Bucks are Eastern.
East, yeah.
Christ almighty.
That's the first thing I've known related to basketball. We're talking about that. I do know that they're in the Eastern Conference.
They're going to kick my ass when they hear this, but I like that
because the Bucks?
No, the listeners are going to go. You don't know shit about basketball.
Well, you've already said you don't know ball. So.
I don't. I'm more of a vibes guy with basketball, and when the Bucks are really good, I'm like, yes. Please let Wisconsin enjoy.
Honestly,
basketball.
I'm kind of a vibes guy for basketball too, and I just have a very strong, great feeling.
But here's what's nice.
I just can't describe it. It's.
Living in Minnesota,
I'm getting emotional over here, baby. I mean,
living in Minnesota, if you can take out the rural fans, they are really fun teams to root for. The Vikings kind of get ruined by people who are in fucking
Perham, Detroit
and
Lakes.
Mankato.
Yeah, but that's
people
I feel like that's kind of
people
every.
That are like, oh, it's Justin Jefferson guy. He's too fucking flashy. We need another white receiver like Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, who ran a 5-second 40.
I don't know football.
He actually was really fast, and he's actually very talented. But my point stands. You are racist. If you don't live in the Twin Cities and you root for Minnesota teams, you are probably
what a great
racist.
move. What a great move you just pulled, Ryan. Someone was like, you were wrong about the Timberwolves, and you turned this on the white man himself, and went
like Wisconsin.
And you said I might have been wrong, but racism is bad, and what an incredible save.
Also, for me,
I commend you, my friend.
For me to be a Wisconsin sports fan and act like Northern Wisconsin is the most racist place
this was basketball talk. This was basketball talk. You switched it to football talk, and then you went full racism is bad, and it was just an incredible move, just an incredible play from where I'm sitting.
I'm really weaved it all together.
I'm more of a football guy. Have fun with our scraps yet again, Minnesota, with Aaron Jones.
Scraps.
He's a scrap.
That doesn't hold up.
We got Brandon Jacobs. He's going to be bigger, stronger, faster.
I don't know anything. I don't know.
The Packers had an insanely good running back, and the Vikings got that running back. And also, now all Packers fans are like, oh, yeah, have fun with our scraps. You're the second person I've heard say this.
That's crazy because if you look at the majority of Green Bay Packers fans, they're like, damn, that sucks.
Henry, do you want to text?
He's great. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. I'm drunk. And am I gay? No. No.
Did I leave my phone in my car? Oh, did I leave my phone in my car? It's over there.
Henry, why do you need your phone, by the way?
Because Tommy and I were going to text while you guys were doing football.
I was going to text Henry
we were
about
taking a little sidebar.
Hold on. Shut the fuck up.
I miss him.
Shut up.
I just want to ask Henry how he's doing and whatever.
You can't. We have Henry here. We also have
the Ryan and Grant football zone.
We also have Henry's brother Stenry here.
Oh, hey, I'm Stenry. I'm the same as Henry, pretty much.
Yeah, I brought Stenry with me when I came to Minneapolis me this time.
I'm a rapist.
What? This is the first I've heard of this. You really are the exact opposite of me in every way.
That's one thing different about me is I wear a cap that has a helicopter thing on it, and also I'm a rapist.
And you're really short and fat.
I'm tall and skinny. No, I'm tall too. I'm also tall. And now I'm dating your ex-girlfriend.
No, Stenry, please.
Stenry, no.
I'm all right with that.
Stenry, come on, man. You're
I'm showing
you're
hole on your girlfriend's OnlyFans.
No, Stenry.
No.
Stenry, stop. Stop talking about that.
All right, we're getting Stenry.
That paywall is not high enough.
All right, I took Stenry's mic away.
All right, see you later, Stenry.
On my ass.
Mr. Gorbachev,
he's gonna
go
check out the spoon and share. He's never seen it before.
Gorbachev, tear down my anal walls. Fuck my ass. All right.
All right.
I'm so drunk, dude. I shouldn't be doing the podcast. This is
how was the brunch show?
Why don't you have another sip of sweet alcohol?
I will. Why don't you take? And then you know what I'm going to do?
Why don't you take another sip of that
as fast as I can back to Lakeville?
Yeah, I've been staying with Ryan, and I've just been like, I've been putting hours on the road this year.
Yeah,
even like I'm commuting.
Well, then Henry, dude,
to hang out with.
We're like at the brunch show, and Henry's like, dude, I gotta drive after this. I'm like, yeah, I know. Let's have another shot. And he's like, I can't drunk drive. Like,
yeah, I can't do it, dude.
You guys have to drive an hour there and back.
Yeah, so we're doing the wrong thing. It was like Ryan and I've been taking separate cars to the city every time we've gone into the city.
Because Henry wants to
I actually want to be in the city.
It's
like I have my bike in the trunk.
It's just two people separately drunk driving, just increasing the chances of an accident just in the road.
Right, Ryan is. I'm not.
I'm not drunk. I'm gay. What about that for a slogan?
The breathalyzer.
It's
0.08.
Miller Lite. You're not drunk. You're gay.
Make that a
bumper sticker.
No, that's too offensive, dude.
Okay.
I'm tying my shoes to podcast.
God, this is going to be the worst episode, dude. I'm sorry. To the fans, to the listeners, to my mother. I'm so sorry.
Grant and I think are wearing the same shoes, different color. Ooh,
wow.
Can I get a look at those?
Get a lick at those.
Black and yellow, baby.
Oh yeah.
Very sick.
Those are looking good, guys.
Just to everybody who's concerned about Max Fine,
he's doing just fine. He's doing just fine.
Can I give you an update?
Yeah.
Dude, he's doing worse.
Oh no, they got
nobody.
Dude,
nobody saw this coming.
He came into my work the other day, and he just didn't. He came into my work with Shaunik. Shaunik just moved to New York.
I love Shaunik. Shout out Shaunik.
A pleasure seeing them both. I see Shaunik. We start goofing off immediately, and then I look to Max, and he looks like he's about to cry. And I go, "Well, what's your problem?" And he's like, "I just saw my ex in Williamsburg, and she had her overnight bag." Ooh. And he's like, so she slept at somebody's house. Apparently, I don't know. He said
identify her overnight bag.
That's what I said. I was like, what do you mean overnight bag? And he was like, she only brings it when she's staying over somewhere overnight. And I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
And then he texts her, hey, I saw you walking. No. Hope you're well. No text back. He's down bad. And then was going to go, like, his friend's opening up for Mark Maron, and then he was going to go to the show and maybe do a set. And he's like, I'm going to talk Mark Maron's ear off about this and maybe get on the podcast. And I was like, don't talk to Mark about your ex.
Talk to him about how you can't eat vegetables.
That's way more interesting.
Angle, yeah.
No, he's back down bad about his ex.
Okay, well,
let's everyone send a prayer to Max and
yeah, because I was gonna say don't worry about Max, but I guess
no. Worry about Max and DM him and say that you like his comedy and send him some positive energy.
He also lost his sunglasses here. He messaged me like 2 days after leaving.
He lost his sunglasses. I think he left some weed that he messaged.
Grant's
I think everybody.
Yeah, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I already smoked the sunglasses.
I thought they might be weed.
Yeah.
Are these weed? Yeah. Looking at anything. Is that weed? Can I smoke that?
As I'm lighting it.
Yeah. I'm gonna smoke it. That's my girlfriend's tampon. That was just in her pussy.
I would highly encourage if you aren't on the Patreon, hop over there and find out what's going on with Max.
Yeah. I haven't even listened to that yet. I'm on the Patreon, but I haven't.
Well, the second episode's coming out tonight.
Yes.
So,
oh boy.
Also, we will be changing the Patreon to the Matreon because we believe in women so much.
That should be what your Patreon's called. The
Matreon.
Well, I also
we believe in our mothers. We love mothers. We love motherfuckers, and most of all, we are gay.
Now more than ever
all right,
before.
dude, it is.
I haven't like experienced this energy from Ryan on the podcast.
He's
in
having
like
a great
months.
time
Dude,
with his
I
boy.
just I kind of crushed.
Stenry.
Here's
Him and
the thing.
Stenry are fucking on.
They're vibing.
Here's the thing. I'm offensive. I bombed my okay.
Here's
Ronnie,
the thing. I'm offended.
You're so positively negative about yourself.
You really just go from like self-awareness to just no self-awareness all in like one sentence.
I'm gonna beg us to cut out everything I say in this episode. I'm gonna beg Grant. I'm gonna go. I'll give you $300, dude. At the brunch show I was at, rough start. Okay, believe it or not.
Brunch start?
Yeah, brunch start. Ronnie goes up. He goes, I'm closing it out. He goes, hey, you guys paid $30 for this plus brunch. I'm going to be honest. I looked at the brunch. I was like, that's not worth $30 fucking dollars.
You said that?
In my head.
Okay.
Yeah. It was kind of a hotel style brunch.
Hotel, motel, you know. So then I look,
etc.
I feel like I was trying to do rap.
There's another one.
It's a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, Holiday Inn.
They weirdly break the pattern and go super specific.
Hotel, motel, that's it. So I go up. Ronnie goes, hey, you paid $30. I'm going to pass the tip jar around because I'm trying to make some money too. And then I go up and I go, don't give Ronnie another fucking cent.
Wait, the tip jar was for him? It wasn't for the comedians?
Yeah, and then I go, he's made enough off this show. And then somebody goes, it's been worth it because everyone who was on this line.
It was a good show. It was a good show.
And like full crowd. And then I go.
Did you go up, Henry?
No.
I go.
We said it was a good show. Of course I didn't go up.
I go.
I won't hear any of that slander, but continue, Ryan.
I go. They go. It was worth it. Somebody in the crowd goes, and then I go, yeah, we'll see about that. and then I open with Veggie Tales. Bomb with Veggie Tales.
Were you drinking up until?
I was kind of drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so
got
then
some
You're kind of like you like getting drunk in the day.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
I feel like you like because you're always like. Like, I feel like you like getting drunk in the day more than the night.
Okay, I don't like how this makes me sound like I have a problem.
Because Ryan was like, I was like, oh, let's get the mystery shot. And he was like, yeah. And it was like Bud Light or Miller Lite and a mystery. I was surprised that he was down to do it. Because usually, like, at Corner Bar, whatever, he's not all that down to do.
Well, yeah, I got to drive my girlfriend home. I'm responsible for more than just me. And she might be...
I think you think drunk driving doesn't exist in the daytime.
Well, I mean, we've gone over this. It does feel like you get to like have twice as many drinks and drive.
Have you guys seen the
movie? Like when it's noon, you like there is no drunk driving. I actually do believe that.
Have you guys seen the movie Blade? I'm like a day driver. All right, I can drive during the day. So I open my set. Also,
you're like the movie Ryan Gosling Drive, but you're drunk.
Yeah.
They should make that movie. They should remake that movie called Drive (drunk) starring Ryan Call instead of Ryan Gosling.
And I'm wearing a.
Wow.
My shirt isn't as cool. No one would ever.
You have no shirt.
Based on my shirt.
You have no shirt, tighty whities, and blood on your tighty whities.
My jacket's like I don't know.
You guys like that movie?
Yeah,
I haven't seen.
It's pretty good. I just always remember that part when the lady gets her head blown off in like slow motion. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Ryan Gosling.
Spoiler: a lady gets her head blown off in slow motion.
Didn't think that happened in Drive.
Yeah.
Damn.
It does.
Well, it does.
Well, you'd be fucking wrong.
It does, stupid.
Yeah. What if it cuts to like a day later? Grant's just like, hey, I was lying about that whole head blowing up thing.
I'm sorry, man. I was trying to look cool in front of
I was trying to be cool on the podcast.
Of a different movie. I was thinking of
a different thing. I'm sorry, Henry. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was trying to look cool in front of the listeners.
Also, hold on. Henry was going to steer this episode.
How dare you?
He goes,
such a thing?
Henry goes, before we get here, he goes, yeah, I got some stuff to talk about.
No, Ryan was like, "Do you have like an idea of what to talk about?" I was like, "Yeah, we could talk about like a couple things." Like,
and then I go,
nothing else to do.
And then I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell Tommy and Grant you're gonna steer the show." And then I immediately get on and I'm just like, "I'm gay. I'm not drunk. I'm gay."
Yeah, I don't think we need to like rehash what happened 5 minutes ago, man.
Oh, we do.
You guys were whispering secrets at the end of the bar before we started recording. I'm curious to know what that was.
Wait.
Well, we haven't even introduced. We're with our good friend Henry Fuguitt.
Yeah.
Long-time guest, long-time listener.
Yeah.
Favorite.
Longer time friend.
Day one, right? Day one listener.
I believe so. Yeah.
Day one listener, day one friend, and this is this is your sixth appearance on the podcast.
Like, I was gonna say like fourth or fifth, maybe fourth or fifth.
I think you're in the five. You might be
coming at
five timers club
at this point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember you told a really fascinating story last time you were on the podcast about getting very drunk. I believe.
Oh yeah.
Like the ballad of Hank Fuguitt.
Oh yeah, that was at Tommy's dad's apartment in Chicago.
Have we ever talked about the time you got really drunk in Eau Claire?
No, we also talked about that in the same episode. I burned my two best blacking out stories in the same episode like a fool.
Mackenzie's brother wanted to kill you, dude.
Yeah, we talked about
what secrets were you two sharing at the bar?
Go check it out. Check out.
Yeah, what were the secrets?
What were we talking about?
Well, Henry opened famously, and to our Minneapolis listeners, this may blow your cock and mind. So I want to prepare you. He's open for Fancy Ray McCloney.
Let me just.
Yep.
Are you doing your applause?
Yeah.
I'm doing mine.
That was actually like a pretty big deal.
Wait, let's just let the applause go for a very long time.
Yeah.
And no one say anything.
What is this one? What's this paper one?
That's crickets.
It's like a wagon wheel. It's like crickets, like doing a stagecoach.
That's just a bleep.
Oh. You were Fancy's opener for a very long time.
Hey, by the way, if you're listening to this podcast, you're a and I mean that. I'm serious, dude.
Don't say that, man.
All right.
That is messed up.
Wait, Henry, what's your full name?
Henry Fuguitt.
Damn, I really
look
wish
at Henry's
you didn't.
face. He looks like an idiot right now.
I wish you didn't discover
Look
that.
at him. Look at this fucking dumb face the way
shocked that
Ryan
this
just
isn't
got
there.
Henry.
Grant, what's your least favorite group of people on earth? Oh my God, Grant. Oh my God.
Everybody look at Grant's face and how he looks like a fucking idiot right now. Look at his dumb fucking face and the way Ryan just got his ass.
Tommy, what's your favorite sexual position?
Gay. Gay, it's gay.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my. Anyways. How fancy.
What were your topics that you wanted to run by
I said we
us?
could talk about Fancy Ray.
Okay.
Because I feel like that he's come up before. I think he's an interesting.
What was the
person to
second
talk
topic
about.
you wanted to talk
We
about?
could talk about our show at.
Stop.
Okay, sorry.
No, we should have talked about that one, probably. We can talk about the Bunker Show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a legendary show.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Ryan got banned.
Oh yeah, I could talk about how I
can't believe I opened up for you guys. That was. Yeah. I mean, that was like really big for me in my career at that point.
I got banned for saying.
Stop ruining my podcast.
What you said is because what you said wasn't as bad as what you did. Is because what you did was, and then if you recall, a bunch of the audience was reacting to it, and then to counter that, you said, and then.
Well, in my defense, the audience was a bunch of.
Those audiences were like, dude.
Guys,
no matter what, those audiences at the Bunker were absolutely complete and utter. You remember that? Those guys, it was like they were wearing
a bunch of
Wait,
and then they kept saying
say what they were wearing.
Oh my God, I can't stand white men.
They were two
really
white
can't
guys.
stand white men.
I remember the guys. He was wearing like a Facebook shirt. He was wearing like a skull shirt, like a flaming green skull shirt.
You guys know the movie you guys know the movie White Men Can't Jump?
Mm-hmm.
They should make a remake starring me and Ryan called White Men Can't Stand, and we can't
stand for this.
White men
we can't stand those.
White men can't stand for this.
Was that the same night that the guy did say the N-word?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That was an eventful.
I guess we should talk about
because I got mad at that guy.
No, Tommy.
We're telling the story in an insane order.
We're going Tarantino with it.
Yeah, it starts with a guy said the N-word while I'm playing pool with him, and I said,
which
hey,
is also it's very Tarantino-esque for to have a white guy say.
And I said, hey, cut that crap out.
Cut in on Tommy's face. I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation, hearing a white man say the N-word.
So that was the same night.
Cut to me. I'm 21 years old.
Were you at the show?
I was.
Yeah, he was. He did a guest set because we were trying. Part of the thing, it was like I don't know if it was me or both of us. Like we wanted to have as many guest sets as possible, so we invited anyone that could come out to. Where was it? It was like the northern.
Grant had his famous opener where he goes, "Hello, it's good to be here. Hello to Mexicans, black people, and of course the Jewish."
It's in Arden Hills.
Okay,
Bob's
north
world
of
famous
St. Paul.
Comedy bunker.
And when he opened with this, there were two white men in the audience. That's it.
And
Henry had that famous riff on stage where Henry's really tall. If the listeners don't know, and he could touch the ceiling, and he opened up the ceiling tiles, and he goes, What if I could just get like a pizza from the kitchen? And you're like, hey, can I order from here? Like you're like shouting out into the roof, and
he said that.
Honestly, that was probably the best joke. That was probably the best joke of the night. That one right there.
Dude, that was
our co-headline.
So, you guys were co-headlining.
So we were co-headlining a weekend.
Tommy was hosting.
Yep,
I was hosting. I think I made $25.
We'll get to that.
Which is more than we made.
Yeah.
So we also booked as many guest spots as we could, which thankfully one of them was Grant.
This was a formative bonding experience for all of us.
So Henry goes up. I'm going to close. We're co-headlining. I think I was closing the show.
You were closing the show on that night. I think I might have closed the night before. The night before, Friday, was like a pretty normal show. I mean, it kind of sucked, but it was fine.
Yeah.
The second, on Saturday, crowd was like, I don't know, 7 people. They were awful.
Max. Yeah.
Tommy just fully didn't do a single joke hosting. He just riffed around. He set the stage so poorly for the headliners.
I remember buying 3 Summit EPAs on one of those nights, and I was like, I've lost $10. From what I just got paid and the 3 Summit EPAs I just bought, I'm down 10.
I'm never gonna financially recover.
And I just
I had to take a mortgage out on the IPAs that I bought.
It was.
This was a point. I remember, like, you made a Facebook post about how anybody could do guest spots, and I came up to you. I was like, "Are you serious, man?"
Yeah.
Because I was not getting booked at this point in time.
Yeah,
and,
dude, I think the idea going into it was us. We were hanging out, and if I can remember this correctly, we were like, "How funny would it be if we did a weekend at Bob's Comedy Bunker?"
And you know what? It was a lot of fun.
and only one of us was banned.
But I was like, this is a huge opportunity for me, and I'm sure I tried very hard at my guest spot.
Yeah.
And
Sure, you
did not
great.
do well.
Yeah, I mean there was probably 5 to 7 guest spots. So it's like if people don't know, it's like the host goes up, and then there's like sometimes at a club there'll just be random people just doing like unbooked like 5-minute sets before like the actual the booked comedians.
Yeah.
And Bob's Comedy Bunker was like a fake comedy club in the basement of like a shitty bar,
restaurant bar,
where Bob himself was you guys have gone. I think we probably told the story about you guys being on the road in Wyoming.
I have a related Bob Damaris show. I worked with Bob Damaris and Fancy Ray, so we can weave together.
Okay.
Later.
Incredible.
Notoriously,
look at us podcast.
Bob himself would pop in for long guest spots, very long guest spots.
Okay, so I think maybe you were going after me. I think this night because
Bob I think you're right.
Bob was. I think I closed the night before because Bob was going to go after me on the co-headline night, and then
normally the guest spot goes first after the host. Right?
Yeah, but
also there's
as a club
9
owner,
people in the audience, and we're handing out 7 guest spots.
Yeah. Also at Bob's Comedy Bunker specifically, oftentimes guest spots would go after the headliner.
Yes.
Like they would really be sprinkled in truly anywhere in the lineup.
Yeah.
Sometimes guest spots would go the next day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw your headliner. Now for a random guy in the stage to take the stage.
Random audience member
Random
who asked if he
audience
could take a crack at this thing.
We said yes.
I know we just finished a 3-hour-long show.
Yeah.
So
We said I gave
But we
guest sets to
found a
people who I
guy-
actively hated.
Yeah.
So
Not Grant.
But we found a guy outside, and guess what? He's drunk.
we said
He
get
wasn't
up
even
there.
he wasn't even in the restaurant,
And he got up there.
We
and
like
he
him.
said, he said, and we
And I said,
laughed.
that's good.
Yeah. So okay, the guest spots go up. The crowd doesn't like material.
No.
So I go up.
Tommy gave them none because he was trying to survive up there.
Yes.
So he's just
Yeah.
like, what's going on with you?
Yes.
Because there are two, like, we'll get to the two guys up front. Those
Screwball?
guys,
Did I do
Screwball was
crowd
one of
work?
them. I forget the other guy. Yeah, it was impossible to do material. It was just
So
impossible.
I did crowd work. I
Kinda.
don't remember how
Dude,
I
have
did.
no memory of the show other than what
I only
said.
remember Ryan getting banned.
Yeah,
Well,
I
so
will
let's
get
get
to
to
that.
that.
We'll
remember
get to
exactly.
that.
You had some
and we'll
riffs.
get to that.
You guys both had some dynamite riffs.
Okay.
Ryan.
So I get up.
I remember the Henry pizza thing because I was in the back and I went,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Genius.
I was in the back going, shit,
Tommy-
dude,
Tommy's in the back
Hank's
going-
really delivering up there.
Tommy's in the back on.
Dude, you
That's
gotta
good.
stop with
That
that.
is
I'm
dude.
going cut. I'm going
You
cut.
must
as
stop
fuck.
Get that
with that.
off the stage.
You can suck.
I'm deleting
Okay.
this off the
No,
soundboard.
no.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
it off.
It's been abused.
I can't.
No.
That's a good call, Grant.
Grant, you racist.
All right, I guess he just wants us to say slurs now.
Oh my god! I tried to.
Oh,
push
guys, get on the YouTube. Ryan just went to push it and it didn't work.
Ryan
and it
on
felt
the
so good.
soundboard, it's like when they give like a rat cocaine in their water bottle and they just keep like suckling on the little cage.
Ryan will just starve to death going back to the bleep
Yeah,
thing.
he's never gonna eat food. He's just gonna keep hitting a bleep button until he fucking dies.
We're gonna have so many listeners be like, "Don't ever let Ryan be by the soundboard again, dude. That sucked."
We're sending you to rehab after this fucking episode.
What about
Soundboard
D-Hab?
rehab
What about
pod-
D-Hab where they're like, "You got to start drinking again, dude."
you used to be cool, man.
Okay, so I go up.
D-Hab.
So material, clearly the 7-person crowd does not want material.
No.
I go up. I think one of the first things I did was I grabbed. So there was a globe on stage, and I grabbed the globe. I picked it up and I spun it, and I said, "You could be anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here in Bob's world famous comedy bunker." And then I told him that it's only world famous because it's the Hitler. It's the bunker Hitler shot himself in the head. And so like then I
And Bob, the owner, is in the crowd.
yes.
He's
No,
on
he's,
the back.
And
he's
and
in the wings.
I see him after you said that. He's going like it's
Yeah,
not
no,
true.
not
Like it's
good.
just Hitler just did not
Which,
kill himself.
by the way,
here.
does get a laugh. The crowd likes that.
Also,
Yeah.
Bob must have done a guest spot that night early, right?
No.
No, I think he was going to go after Ryan.
Okay.
He was going to go after me. So, because he's in the wings, he's waiting to go up. And so then
He's in the upper deck wings.
he's upper decking.
This is a theater, by the way. I don't know if we've explained
Yeah.
this.
It's a theater that looks like your friend's unfinished basement.
Yes.
Yeah, and they had the globe, and they also had like thrift store like
There was
trophies.
like a bowling
bunch of
trophy in
yeah,
there.
but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like the famous part. The world, the globe represented the world. And
Okay.
the famous
World,
was
yep.
all the trophies.
So,
So Ryan was up there.
then I try to, I do that. That does well. And then I try to do material. That's bombing. And so then I see Bob in the wings. Bob Damaris. Old Bob Damaris. And I go,
Wings.
Rest in
Bob.
power, Bob Damaris,
Yeah.
by the way.
I go, Bob, how much money would I have to pay you to suck you off?
For me to suck
you
your
know,
dick.
you're
To
not.
suck you
It's
off, yeah.
how much money do I have to pay you for me to suck your dick?
And then didn't you say something about the mustache? I feel like there was a more extensive
Probably,
riff
I mean,
after
So
that.
that
I
gets
like-
a laugh, and then I go, yeah, probably like maybe you tickle my,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe, but it wouldn't make sense if I'm talking about the mustache.
Yeah, maybe it was like the mustache was kind of leading to that, and then you flipped it. I don't know. I remember there being something with it because Bob is a he's got a mustache. We'll just
Yeah.
put it at that. All right.
He's wearing like light wash jeans and like
Yeah.
a jacket. Because that's like in his era, that's what a comedian
like a
would wear.
sports coat,
that's
like
what a comedian would wear.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing like a tweed jacket.
He kind of had big like Mr. Wilson vibes from Dennis the Menace.
So okay, Tommy is standing next to him while
That's
I'm doing
very good,
this.
Graham.
And Tommy is.
I'm holding his hand and I'm whispering in his ear, "Don't listen to what he's saying."
Because that
I
does
love you.
crush.
Please
That
keep-
does. The audience
Yeah,
likes
I'm
that was
kissing
the
Bob.
thing they responded to more than anything all night.
I mean, they're falling in their chairs. They're
Yeah.
going, "Oh, how much money would Ryan have to pay Bob for Ryan to suck him off?"
It's philosophical.
Yes, it's
How much?
if
does
a
it
man
have
in a
tree
cave
fall?
doesn't see anything but shadows, can I suck
so-
you off, Bob?
but for
It's
a little
Plato.
bit,
It's an allegory.
for context,
Yes.
this is after you've worked with Bob numerous
3
times,
times,
right?
yeah,
like
3 or 4 times.
he's been kind of an angel investor in your career up until this point.
Yeah, but like
he's been an early adopter of the call bear.
If you had like an angel who was like like had something wrong with it.
an
Didn't get enough
angel who does
oxygen
an angel who does stolen valor and was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around
and
their
says
neck.
that they're sober and drinks 18 RC colas and then and then gets drunk and gets a lap dance from the fattest woman you've ever seen in your entire life, and simultaneously while that's happening, threatens to hit a bartender because she doesn't want to give him a shot.
this was in Wyoming. Your
Yeah, this
Wyoming
is in
show.
Gillette.
Yeah.
Gillette.
Dude, I think he was like, we were driving up there. He's like, "Yeah, I haven't drank in 20 years," and I was like, "All right, like I don't care."
And
Like,
then-
Dude, he was driving so
you guys
crazy.
are like fucking 17 years old and 21 years.
I'm 12. I'm 12 and I just
Tommy's
started
12.
comedy.
Bob was committing
17.
federal crimes transporting you across state lines.
Exactly. I was getting sex trafficked to Wyoming to do comedy.
You were getting laugh trafficked.
Oh, by the way, Henry, I said this in the group chat already, but when
what's
I go
up?
to Europe, they're gonna remake, the movie Taken.
Yeah.
They're remaking it with me called Willfully, where I'm saying I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm
God,
down, man.
do this.
I wish I had the bleep button, dude. I would have pushed it before you said willfully.
Called Willfully.
All right. So Ryan was saying that.
But so my point was that you guys have like a history. It's not like this is the first time you've met him.
I think like Bob will listen to that and go, yeah, he's ribbing me, whatever.
Bob will hear that and go, God, that's awesome.
God, he's riffing.
Good-hearted ribbing.
So then, like,
I've never heard of.
Do you think is he alive?
no.
He
Killed himself.
Sadly,
in the
no.
bunker, just like Hitler.
He carried on the great tradition set down before.
He said, "I'm going to do what my hero did before me, and kill myself." As when things are at their hardest, which is right after Ryan riffed about sucking me off.
Like a coward.
I'm gonna poison my dog and my wife and then blow my head
It's
off.
also like a type of like a guy like Bob doesn't know how to he's so homophobic. He's like, well, yeah, he's paying me and I'm getting sucked off. It's like a puzzle for him.
Yeah.
And
It confuses
I'll say
him.
this real quick. I'm homophobogenic. I hate how good those guys look in pictures. It scares me how good they look in pictures. It almost makes me hard.
It almost makes me homophobic.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, real quick, just a side note, sorry. But I have an innie belly button and an outie asshole. And to any listeners who are straight men also have that. Right in.
I had a buddy
did
in
that
high
at the
school who
brunch
had I had a buddy in high school who had a belly button on the back of his back.
No, he didn't.
And on
That wasn't a
Shut the
belly
fuck
button. That
up,
was
dude.
something else.
Shut the
No,
fuck
no,
up.
he had the umbilical cord went through his back, so he had a
What?
he had a belly button in the
my
front and in the
gosh.
back.
Is that like
What?
how when a tree grows around a fence or something like that?
It's exactly like that, Grant.
Thank you. All right.
It's
All right,
exactly
okay,
like
okay,
that.
hold on.
No further questions.
I gotta
No
pee.
further
I gotta pee
questions.
really bad. I think I
Okay.
have to go.
All right.
Okay. I guess we'll take over the
Yeah.
You
talking
tell
about
us-
the bunker show.
You tell the story.
I will,
It'll
yeah.
be true.
Well, I mean, we're pretty much there.
Well, Henry, you talk about the payout.
Well, what happened was
so Ryan said that though.
yeah, he said
And
that, and then Bob got pissed,
Furious.
Yeah.
He did like the Simpsons thing where you hear like somebody leaves and you hear footsteps and then a car start and tires
Yeah,
like peeling
exactly.
out. It was like he left
Yeah,
immediately.
that's true.
Yes.
He did leave.
Didn't he
just-
say something? He was like, "I'm done with this bush league
Yeah.
bullshit" or something like
yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah, he
word
said-
for word. I'm done with this bush league bullshit.
It's his
And then-
club. Like that's
Yeah.
So this is the
And
one name.
that's what I say whenever I leave a bar show in Brooklyn. I go, I'm done with this Bushwick bullshit.
But he, I don't think we should say this person's name, but he gave all of the money for the show. He was going to give it to someone else to close it out.
Oh, Daryl Horner? Why? What do you think he'll catch wind of this?
I mean, who knows? He's a good guy. Anyways,
okay.
So he gave all the money to Daryl to you close out the club, and then Bob left.
Yeah. Okay. So was he saying like, Daryl, you pay everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
So he gave.
And Daryl's not on the show, or
no, he just showed up with another guy with a bald white guy.
Three guys. Because Andrew Wegleitner was there too.
Oh,
they had come from a different show. And
so he just gave all the money to a random guy who wasn't on the show, and he said, "You take care of business tonight, my friend."
And
instead of giving the money to the performers themselves, he decided to add a middleman, which is just a random white guy.
At the risk of spoiling the end of this story, Daryl did end up becoming a performer at the club that night, if you guys recall.
Yes.
Yeah, he did it. What did we do?
I went up.
12 people perform?
Yeah, I went up.
So
I probably did like 20 minutes because I was like, I'm contractually obligated to do my whole time. Is it 20 to 30? I have to do it.
It would be unprofessional. A word could get around if I don't do my full time.
Ryan might be doing Bush League bullshit, but not I. I did horrible. There was the two white guys in the front audience. They were talking. I remember distinctly what they were talking about. They were talking about how so they're in Minnesota. There's a chain called Cub Foods. Mm-hmm. And then one of the guys was like, black people call it Cubs Foods. And he was like telling his own joke about how.
Because did you have some Cub Foods material?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
He brought it up. He brought up Cubs Food. And then, Tommy, have you ever heard anyone call it Cubs Food? Because I asked around. No. I asked black friends of mine who grew up in Minnesota. They had never heard of it being called Cubs Foods.
No, that's not.
Are you telling me this guy was full of misinformation?
Wait, are you telling me this is one of the many racist
guys? One of the bald white guys in the front row with a flaming skull T-shirt.
Yeah, Screwball.
Screwball. So I ate shit. I got off, and then Tommy.
Am I going up in between everybody?
Yeah,
maybe so. And then shockingly, I think Daryl. Then it was the bald white, a different bald white guy that came with Daryl.
Yes. So 3 people went on after
the headliners, which is extremely unusual.
Which is unorthodox, to say the least.
Yes. And Bob, this isn't because Bob left. Bob would have cleared this had he been there.
I think I blocked most of this night out.
So what happened?
I just was like, no, I'm checking out mentally.
Two notable things happen. The guest spots go up. Daryl Horner, the third. Well, probably about the 8th guest spot that night.
Who stole money from us, by the way.
We're about to get to that.
So, okay. Daryl goes up and does 45 minutes.
Yes, full headline.
And he did great. He did so
they
well.
Loved him. They did love him.
He did. He was crushing.
Was this show
he just knew
and a half hours long?
He knew how to work an audience
like 3.5 hours long.
But before Daryl got up there, a gentleman who I had never heard of or seen ever in my life.
Before or since.
But demanded respect as a stand-up comedian, got up and said the N-word during his set. And
right, yeah. And then we were talking at the bar.
Yeah. Yep, we were playing pool.
In reference to a certain suburb of Minneapolis.
Oh, Coon Rapids.
Yeah. Which, by the way, can we be done making the Coon Rapids jokes as a punchline? It really...
it's not. It's bad. That's
What about this? What about Coon Slows? That's what that feels like, because that town is
Ryan, why don't you have another sip of sweet alcohol?
Right. That was...
Ryan,
that town, nothing moves very quickly.
We need to cool you down, dude.
Why don't you take another sip of that sweet alcohol that tastes good?
So yeah, and Tommy.
So that ruined the vibe.
Yes,
Tommy got mad.
Tommy was furious.
As a virtue signaling lib.
Yes.
Tommy got very furious about that.
As a member of the cancel culture mob.
As a true cuck.
I'm not playing around. I'm not being ironic. I am the woke mob. And I get pissed off, and I will take you down.
One man woke mob.
I'm putting the team on my back. The whole woke mob. I'm carrying the team.
And that guy did not. He wasn't receptive to Tommy being.
No, I wasn't there for that.
He
so
said,
you talked to him up by
we
the
were
pool
we were
tables?
playing
he said
pool.
he said a slur, and I took off my fake acrylic nails, and I said, "Okay, bitch."
You took out your hoop earrings.
Yeah.
I took
say,
off
it's
my
usually
hoop
the
earrings and my
not the
fake.
nails.
Tommy takes his weave out.
I took
and he's ready
my
to-
weave, my fake acrylic nails, and my hoop earrings, and I go, "Yeah, you're just not gonna say that at Bob's Comedy Bunker,
He goes,
pal."
"Oh no, you didn't."
I go, listen, buddy, you're just not gonna fucking do that shit. Not in my town.
Not in my
Arden
bunker.
Hills. Not in my
Arden
bunker.
Hills, dude.
The same
They do
bunker
not.
that
And the guy, but
Allow
We
it.
only make jokes about sucking people's penises and paying money and we pay money for that around here, actually, buddy. So why don't you fucking
not in this bunker, the same bunker that Hitler shot himself in. We've come a
Yeah.
long way.
but that guy stuck to his guns.
What did he say?
He was like, no, I
I
have
think
a
he said
black
his wife.
girlfriend.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
wife is black. So that.
Yeah.
So he can say the N word. Well, okay. So hold on. I'm doing racial math in my head. Black girlfriend. I'm saying the N word. Equals okay.
No. I married one. So
No.
it's
No.
yeah, it's Goodwill Hunting, and you just write
Yeah.
okay on the equals.
like-
You just write okay, and
Yeah.
it's like, who solved this equation?
A way for a white guy to say the N-word.
And then Caltech is like, hold on, kid. You got something there.
yeah. Some
No.
scientist can't crack it.
Hold on. Okay, we've been trying to solve this identity politics for a while.
decades.
But it seems like you finally.
What is this is like you're doing like little kid voice
And
at
he's
the
like,
same time.
he's like,
he's a
yeah,
little
yeah.
kid
My
at
father
camp.
said the N word.
Okay,
His
my
father
father-
said the
so-
N word.
We've been just trying to figure out how to make it okay.
So then they
So
were
I get
dealing
mad at
that.
him.
Ryan and I were dealing with our payment for the whole weekend.
See, I don't know this
Which
part.
We
of it.
sold.
think-
We sold. I don't know how whole weekend we maybe sold 30 tickets.
Yeah, not even.
Okay,
30,
yeah.
maybe 15.
Not good turnout, but we had some money coming our way.
And I think cumulatively between me and Henry both we made $40.
yeah, so here's what it was.
Total.
Here's what it was. Okay, so the person.
Daryl took hundreds of
No,
dollars.
so Bob gave Daryl all the money for the weekend. It was time for us to pay Daryl to pay us. Daryl pulled out a big wad of cash. And then he peeled off 4 $20 bills and then gave it to us, and including to pay Tommy.
Yeah.
So Ryan
Yeah.
and I made $30. Tommy made $20 for the whole weekend.
We all lost money.
yeah, and I took my 20 and I burnt it right in his face, and I said, I do this just because I love it. Fuck
Yep.
you, fucker.
I will say, following this, I did get a feature weekend at Bob's Comedy Bunker at one point,
wow.
and they told me for payment they didn't have any.
Yeah, we ain't got none.
Unfortunately, this feature
Yeah.
spot doesn't pay at
Hey,
anything.
sorry, we were
so-
looking at the financials and we just don't have the room to pay our employees
Some
at
of
this
do.
point.
Some of them do that. Some of them just don't pay.
Uh-huh.
You
You
know,
know,
you
Pay
learn that.
zero.
Grant, you know you did the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
Exposure.
You
You got
know,
exposure,
exactly.
buddy.
It's
You
just
got
like panning for
exposed.
gold.
And this is why
Sometimes
you-
it comes
Oh,
out
guys,
$0.
we're coming up on the end of the app. We got to slide over into the page.
This is why you do free paid guest spots, if anybody's wondering, to get your foot in the door at the club to then
Yes.
lead to paid work, like featuring for free.
Yeah.
That's how you make it. Okay, yeah, let's hop over onto the Patreon.
We'll talk about Fancy Ray.
Hey,
We're gonna slide over the page, talk about Fancy Ray.
to our listeners.
and-
I'm so sorry. I'll never do this again. I'll never show up like this.
I'm drunk. But I'm drunk to the podcast.
Thank you guys for listening to the Patreon. Thank you for listening to the podcast. But definitely,
Go
more
Wolves.
thanks to the patrons because you're giving us money now.
I'm one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I because I'm a patron, I got to be on the show. I evoked
That's the rule.
my
Yeah,
patron right of going on the podcast.
Your
whenever
birthright.
you're in town. Yeah.
Which anyone can do.
Yeah, my birthright.
Yeah.
My ancestral homeland is being on We Cool.
This is a Zionist podcast. We
No.
I lay
No,
claim. I
no.
lay
yeah,
claim.
yeah, we can't joke about that ever since Ryan went
No,
Ever since
don't bring
Ryan
that up.
said
That was
bad
a shameful
stuff.
moment in my history.
Wait, what?
All right, we'll talk about it on the
All
Patreon.
right. This is
But
going to be a long Patreon. There's going to be a lot to govern.
thank you guys for listening. What else? Anything? Go Wolves, yeah.
Go
Yeah,
Wolves.
go
Support the
Wolves.
Wolves. Watch the Wolves.
Packers will beat the Vikings in the playoffs.
Oh,
Bucks
also-
are out.
Certainty.
There are a couple listeners out there who I know are diehard listeners who haven't signed up for the Patreon yet. And guys, just why don't you go ahead and take care of that before next week? I'm going to start naming names at a certain point, so
Yeah.
I'll go over onto the
You're gonna
Patreon.
That
name
doesn't
it-
seem like a good marketing tactic.
Nope, I'm blackmailing them
I'm gonna
into
be honest.
joining the Patreon.
Yeah, you're going to name the names on the Patreon so they won't even be able to hear it.
Can you believe that, folks? Grant, a white male, Just blackmailing some people.
All right, we'll see you on the Patreon.
Is blackmailing. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, here we are.
Why just stop saying stuff that you'll regret?
I don't think I'll regret that.
Okay.
I don't think
Fair
that's
enough
that
then.
offensive.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.